Right, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Grapplefest 13. So, going to be a Saturday, 1st of October. So, we're only a week away now. So, this Saturday coming. Going to be at the usual place, Fleet Street, the Fusion nightclub, should I say, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Now, anybody looking for tickets, head over to the Grapplefest Facebook page. You will get your tickets directly through there. There's also going to be pay-per-view, as there always is, through Fight TV. So again, anybody that can't make the event on the evening, then make sure you hit up Fight TV and get your details directly from there. So again, another awesome event, another awesome lineup that Grapplefest have put on. We've got people from all over the world, as there always is, America, all over Europe, and so on. So I'm going to be on this card that night. One of my favourite Italian grapplers, Stefano Sanna.
Hello, guys.
Going to be on the card as well. So Stefano coming out of London Grapple. Going to be up against a tough opponent, another tough opponent for Stefano, Ryan Mangan. So Stefano, we've seen him last night. We're going to talk a little bit about last night as well. So obviously being on Polaris, coming away with the W. So again, another awesome performance. Absolutely love watching Stefano on the mats and putting on a show as he always does. So Stefano, thank you very much for obviously taking the time to speak to me.
Oh, thank you very much for having me again. I love this conversation here. It's the second time here already, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah. And thank you guys for watching anyway.
Yes, thank you. So tell us then, obviously, about what you're up to then. So obviously, we watched you last night, Polaris. Obviously, again, an awesome. I keep saying this, awesome performance by you. So I know you would have wanted to finish, but I mean, the performance you had was definitely great. And again, in front of you, we talked about you being from Sardinia, so in front of obviously all your family and friends and so on. So how was the whole experience for you, Polaris?
Of course, like, was my debut experience on Polaris. So it's one of the stage I think any European fighter at least want to walk in, because it's one of the biggest events on Europe, as Grapplefest is as well. And so there are little like dreams coming true. It's something I've been dreaming since I first seen the Polaris back in 2019. It was in Southampton with an amazing card. It was like Craig Johnson, Nick Ryan, Nicky Rodriguez. And when I watched that fight, I remember, that show, I remember telling my previous coach, one day I'll be there. I mean, I love the energy. I love the atmosphere over there. And I want like having those people like cheering for me, clapping their hands for me, like calling on my name and whatever. And so since then, I've been dreaming. And then it arrived. Yeah. I've been quite lucky actually, because it was in Sardinia. So for the first time, the show was out from United Kingdom, and it was in Sardinia. That's my land. That's where I'm from. So it was awesome because a lot of people, friends, parents, families, all related, they were there for me. So it was just incredible, because most of the time, of course, as I'm fighting like over UK, I can have that kind of support, because it doesn't seem a lot, but even like your family supporting for you is a lot. Yeah, so it's something different. Yeah.
Let me ask you. Well, what I was going to say, let me ask this, obviously, because with Polaris, obviously, one day you said, "Look, I'm going to be on Polaris." Did you ever dream it was going to be in Sardinia?
No, I never thought that it could be in Sardinia, actually. So there was a big surprise, and as soon they decided to do it in Sardinia, they gave me a call, and they did put me in the card, as I am one of the few like Sardinian-based grapplers that they are doing this kind of like rule set, so only submission rule set and stuff like that. So they couldn't miss me, so I had to play there. I had to be there.
Definitely. And then what about you then? So obviously training. I know the last time we spoke, obviously Grapplefest was going to be your first competition back. Obviously you had the knee injury. You were recovering from that. So how's everything been going since the last Grapplefest, obviously in regards to training?
Yeah, of course. So since my last Grapplefest, which I lost against like a really strong opponent, was Kemi, and I've been working a lot on those mistakes I've done there, but especially like on my mental condition, because there was something I was like kind of struggling to get on point. So instead to focus on more like on pushing myself harder, I was trying to be more, I can say, like diligent and focused with my mind. And yesterday was the proof. I was so focused. I've never been so focused on my life like before a fight.
Yeah.
And so this is what basically I've been doing since then. Because anytime you lose, you learn something, and you need to have like a switch and say, okay, I need to do this because I'm not doing it right.
Yeah.
So I started to work a bit on myself, and I think it's working. Even like in the daily basic training, I can tell it by myself, and other people can tell as well. I'm kind of different from last time. I'm not saying I'm a totally different grappler, but I'm definitely a different person now.
Yeah, yeah. Then what about the call up then? So how did you find out that this time you were going to be on Grapplefest 13?
So after the last performance was back in May, of course, like Chris and the other Grapplefest team, they like the fight. So they enjoy anyway the fight because it was like a really push forward fight for both of us. So they wanted to give him another chance because anyway they enjoy it. Because they know because anyway I gonna put a little show on. I'm not gonna be there and just be passive on my fighting. So I try to stay active as much as I can. And so yeah, they gave me another chance, and then after a couple of days later, they gave me like the match with Ryan. And I didn't know not much about him. And then I started like to follow him a little bit just to understand who he was and which kind of level and game he had. And I seen he's really active. Like recently, he's winning like competition and big comps as well. And so it's not definitely gonna be easy. I know he's gonna push. I know he's gonna attack and going for the sub. But I'm ready. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm really looking for a really happy for this match. And as I said before, I want to fix my score on Grapplefest, so this time is gonna be that.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one thing we love about you. I mean, even though you came up against obviously Cammy the last time, it was a very, very tough fight. Even though you
Yeah.
lost, I mean, you put on a performance, and that's why obviously Grapplefest definitely want to have people back because, as you said, we've seen fights on Grapplefest before where it wasn't the best of matchups.
Well,
As you said,
not
tough
only
path.
Grapplefest, everywhere you
Yeah,
see fighting, like especially now, only submission rules that where they don't go for it, and
yeah,
I think it's a kind of, I mean, it's boring sometimes.
yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah, but that's why they obviously had you back because it was an exciting fight between you and Cammy. Really, really exciting fight. I mean, not just Grapplefest loved it, the spectators, the people in the crowd absolutely loved the fight as well. Absolutely loved the matchup. So it was makes sense to have you back on again because that's the kind of matchups that everybody wants to see on Grapplefest.
yeah, and because I'm Italian, I'm one of the few Italians fighting, so they have to. If they when I have like tickets sold in Italy, that's it.
Yes. And then obviously for you then, so obviously again it's been a massive year. Obviously had your Grapplefest debut, now had your
Yeah.
Polaris debut. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's. I mean, yeah. If 1 year ago I was thinking there's something is gonna was happening like that in one in after 1 year, I mean, my mind will blow up. And but this year, yeah, it's been an incredible year for me, and it's not finished yet. So I don't know which other surprise like the year can give me, if I'm gonna be back on Polaris or if I'm gonna be back like another Grapple Fest card in December. I don't know. I don't really mind because I'm enjoying what I'm doing now. I enjoy what I've done,
yeah,
and I'm looking forward for the future, which anyway is gonna be bright because I think I'm doing right and I'm training in the right place and with the right people. So I think I'm gonna do something more for sure, 100%. But yeah, what is make me really happy and proud is I'm probably one of the first. I'm the first Sardinia even fought in Grapplefest, and then Polaris. But in Polaris there were other Sardinian guys, of course, yesterday. But nobody fought Sardine in Grapplefest or Polaris in the same year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm really proud of it. I'm like leading the way for other people for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure seeing you on the mats. As I say, that's been a massive year. Obviously,
Cheers, bro.
I remember speaking before Grapplefest to you, and how excited you were about getting on Grapplefest. And then
Yeah,
as soon as I seen your name on the Polaris card, I was like, wow. So I was excited for you as well. And then obviously
yeah,
we knew you were going to be on Grapplefest 13 as well. So it's been a great year, especially after that. We talked about the knee injury and coming back from that, because I know when that happened, and again speaking to you, that did get you down
yeah,
a bit. But then obviously now,
yeah.
obviously
Lucky
you
enough, lucky enough, I'm still quite young, so I can heal like pretty quick.
yeah,
But I'm trying to stay like safer from injury because it can be like one mistake, you're done.
yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
even if I'm still 28, but it doesn't matter. If something happens stupid, like in the training room, that's it.
Let me ask you, what would you love to do next? What would you love to in competition? Because obviously, again, it's been a great year for Grapplefest, Polaris. What would you like to do? What would be one of your main goals?
So yeah, my goal after like I finish this year, I mean straight after Grapplefest, I think I'm gonna work for prepare myself for DCC trials next year. I never done it before. I barely like do tournaments because it's a different kind like of fighting for me, and so I'm promising myself to do more tournaments, like local tournaments, just to get used to go back to the tournaments. But the main goals for next year are probably gonna do the trials in Europe, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
But
yeah. You could be the first Sardinian on
well,
ADCC.
that's if happen, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a massive thing. Yeah, massive thing.
And then final thing for you then, Stefano. So
No,
again,
thank you very much.
we always talk about obviously the people you train with and so on, but anybody you want to shout out to. So any kind of friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything like that that you may have.
Yeah, I want to thank my sponsor as usual, like Inner Champ guys. So if you want to give that a shot, please do. All the people from London Grapple, they help me every day, and Grapplefest for inviting me again on the show, and all the people who support me. But first, most important, my girlfriend. She's always here. Yesterday she was in my corner as well, and she always there like to support me, whatever,
Yes,
in and off
yes.
the mat.
Nice,
So
nice.
yeah.
So big shout out to the family as well. Obviously, the family in Sardinia, as they definitely uh, coming and supporting you yesterday as well at Polaris.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So, guys, there we go. Then we're going to have Stefano Sanna, London Grapple, going to be up against Ryan Mangan. It's going to be Grapplefest 13. So we're only a week away. It's going to be October the 1st, Fleet Street in Liverpool. That's going to be Fusion Nightclub now. Ticket availability, anybody looking for tickets, hit up the Grapplefest Facebook page. And anybody that's not going to be able to make the event is going to be live on pay-per-view. So it's going to be on Fight TV, which is what we're waiting on. Mauritius, I think it should be started now. So I know that me and obviously Stefano were desperate to go and see it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Fight TV. Again, a couple of different payment options. There is a standalone pay-per-view price, but the best and most cheapest option is the pay-per-view, the monthly pay-per-view. I think it works out it's $4.99, which is a fantastic price for all the events that you're going to get to see. So definitely make sure you do not miss this card at all. So, but listen, Stefano, absolute pleasure as always.
Thank you, man.
All right, but listen, enjoy the rest of your
Thank you
training,
everyone for watching.
and we'll see you in a week's time. All right,
Yeah, I'll see you, bro. Take care.
easy, bro. Bye bye.